Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome back to my channel. It's time for empties. This box looks very full, but don't be deceived. I'm pretty sure most of it is just really big, bulky, annoying products that take up space. But now they're empty. We're going to talk about them today. I'm going to let you know my thoughts, and then I'm going to recycle all of the crap, which is a great feeling to get everything out of my life. Let's just start. This is the Dr. Jart Shake and Shot Shaking Rubber Soothing Shot Mask. I had this in my project pan. It destroyed my keyboard on my laptop. Totally my own fault. I spilt one of the fluids on my laptop keyboard because I was trying to put this on in bed because I was feeling lazy. And yeah, I spilled some on my keyboard and it fried some of the buttons, so that's really good. I talked about it in my Project Pan video, and someone said that they can relate, and you can get keyboard protective covers for your laptops, which I did actually know about, but I'm not really one to spill stuff on my expensive electronics, but you know, you aren't until you are. So if you are potentially afraid of doing that to your keyboard by being clumsy, maybe that is something you can invest in. They're not expensive. I've seen them online. Anyway, back to the mask. The mask is fine. They are really messy. You get two packets in there. One is like a serum, one is kind of this rubbery consistency, like I don't even know how to describe it. You put both in there. You're supposed to be able to put the lid on and put your finger over the mouth hole and shake it up, but the seal around the lid is not very good, so it does sort of leak product. It comes with a paddle, so I would really just recommend using the paddle to mix it up and then apply it to your face. Once it sets, you can peel it off and it's just this goopy rubber stuff. I have, I think, 2 more of these, and I put them both in my project pan, and I hope to finish them up in the very near future. I wouldn't buy them again because they are very bulky to store, and I'm not into that. Especially not for like a single-use product. And also they're kind of messy, and just I prefer to use a sheet mask. Honestly, that's the end of that. Speaking of sheet masks, I have 2 on the top here. I have the Sassatini Snake Revitalizing Face Mask and the Secret Key Starting Treatment Essential Mask. These are both fine, but they're like nothing super special. You know, if you got dry skin or you just want a treat, they're both fine. They're whatevs. I have a couple of these, and I know I've also finished my last one, but it's inside and I'm not going in to get it, so we can save it for the next empties. These are the BRTC Blackhead Powder Cleansing Tea Bags. So these are single-use cleansing tea bags, essentially. They contain like a powder that foams up when it gets wet, and you then, like, you know, just move it around your face to clean your skin. And they offer a very gentle exfoliation because they're in these little mesh bags. They smell like lavender. Yeah, I don't really like the lavender scent, but they're fine. I wouldn't buy them though. Again, single use. It's a lot of packaging and a lot of just, yeah. Look, they're fine and they have a place. I have used them while I've traveled and stuff like that, and they were handy then, but it's not something I feel like I need to have in my life, so I wouldn't buy it. I also finished up a packet of my Real Care Square cotton pads. These are like, I mean, they're kind of a favorite because they're pretty much the only ones I buy, but the reason I buy them is because I can get them at the trade store for a reasonable price, and they last a fairly long time. There's 120 in a pack, so when I go, I'll buy like 3 or 4 packs, and you know, they'll last me a long time. So I will buy them again, and I recently stocked up on some. This here is the Tsubaki shampoo from, is it Shiseido? Yes, it's Shiseido. So I had the shampoo and conditioner of these, and I've only used the shampoo a few times, and that was prior to having a tame done on my hair. And every time I mention a tame, I get so many comments. What's a tame? What's a tame? What's a tame? It's basically a hair treatment that helps to smooth the hair and like smooth the hair follicle basically, and it makes the hair dry faster and stuff like that. And I get it done because I have, you know, long bleached hair. It tangles fairly easily. It does definitely help with drying time as well, which is helpful because I have extensions. So I have that done, and you can't use sulfates when you have that done because it destroys it essentially. Now this contains sulfates, so I didn't use it very often. I used it prior to having a tame to help, you know, get color out of my hair and all that jazz. And it was actually really nice and quite gentle. And I think this would be fine on colored hair, to be honest. I would use it on colored hair if I didn't have the tame. But my mum actually finished it, and I asked her what she thought about it. And she said she loved it. And she's just burnt through the shampoo. Like, that's a huge bottle. I was so surprised when this was like on the bench. I'm like, you finished it? What the fuck? You went through that so quick. But anyway, there we go. So mum loved it. I have some minis here. I have the DD shampoo from Davines. This is a delicate daily shampoo for all hair types. I don't mind this, but I don't love it, and I wouldn't buy this in a full size. By the way, Madeline gave me like so many of these minis from the Davines range to try out to see which one I liked. And I've been trying them out, and I found the one I like. I like the Minu. And I bought that in the really big bottles. DD is meant to be like a daily shampooing or daily product. I would never use shampoo daily, but it's kind of meant to be, you know, something you can use on a regular basis for standard hair. I actually think it's too much. It's too much for me anyway. I have a dry scalp, and obviously I have colored hair, so something like this it's way too much. I think if you had like an oily scalp or normal, and you were looking for just like a standard run-of-the-mill shampoo that was just going to get the job done and make your hair really nice and clean and not dry it out, then this would be fine for you, but it's not my fave. I also have the Mellow conditioner here. This one is a mellow anti-breakage lustrous conditioner for long and damaged hair. Long, color treated, so definitely like there's gonna be damage there naturally. I wasn't a huge fan of this one either. It's fine, but it's not my favorite. Potentially it did help with like anti-breakage, but also that could have just been any of the other multitude of products that I use in my routine essentially. I also have the shampoo from the I don't know, from this range. So I finished those ones. I finished some candles, so let's talk about them because they're big. This one is from Circa Home. It is the coconut and watermelon. It smells lovely in the jar, but it didn't have a lot of scent throw, and also the wicks, like you can see, it didn't burn down to the bottom. And I know a lot of people say, you know, candles shouldn't burn all the way down to the bottom, but I've never had an issue with most candles. Like there is still literally like this much in here. Anyway, yeah, it just, you know, it stopped burning. So like whatever, see you later. The scent of this is lovely, but like I said, it doesn't have a good scent throw. I wouldn't buy it again. There is an orange one from the Circa Home range, or I think they've changed their name and it's just Circa now. I don't know. Anyway, and that orange one was absolutely divine when I had it like a million moons ago. But I wouldn't buy that one. This one is from Glasshouse. It's a cotton candy cloud, so it's meant to be a fairy floss scent. Again, this one, some of you will know I'm not in love with Glasshouse at the moment because I'm burning a lot of the candles that I purchased after they changed their formula, and I'm not happy with the quality. This smells nice, but it had no scent throw, and now like I stick my nose in there and all I can smell is like, you know, that smell that you get from candles. It's like, you know, burnt wick and melted wax scent. That's pretty much all I get from this. And you can see it burnt very badly. I was really trying in the end to get it to just like stay alight. Please, wicks, stay alight. But I couldn't make that happen. I did trim these wicks because they recommend that you do it if they get too long. And also, one of the candles that I burnt earlier in the year, the wicks got too long and they would like spit wax and black soot all over the place. But every time I cut a wick, this happens, and if I don't cut the wicks, I get black soot and spitting. So I'm just like, I don't even know what am I supposed to do? I don't know. My plan is to burn through all of my Glasshouse candles and then maybe go buy one or two to see if they've improved, because when I purchased these ones, they had, you know, changed their formula from paraffin wax to soy wax, and apparently they got a lot of feedback that wasn't all that positive, and from what I understand, they've been trying to improve their candles. So I will definitely give them another go, but yeah, I'm not happy with my Glasshouse candles, my newer ones. I'm burning an older one at the moment that is one of the Halloween ones. Oh, it's divine. It just smells amazing. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, let's move on. That's enough talking about candles. Was that my last candle? Yes. Okay, next up, I have the Rub Shower Scrub from Lush. So this is a foaming salt scrub, and I believe it's been discontinued. And I think what I discovered is, I don't know if it's this product in like specifically or salt scrubs in general, but I did notice that I would get some irritation, especially on my chest, my arms and my torso when I used this product. Like if I tried to use it twice in a week, problems. I could use it once a week and get away with it. I don't know if it's this product, maybe it's the fragrance, maybe it's actually the salt. It might have been drying out my skin too much. I have dry skin. I shouldn't be using anything that dries out my skin. Brazilian Boom Boom Cream from Sol de Janeiro. I do like this stuff. I do. I like the scent. I find it really nourishing, which sometimes I just need. And I would buy it. I'd buy it in the full size. I think I've got maybe a couple of these minis kicking around. And I know L'Occitane. I think L'Occitane bought them out, and L'Occitane has, they like now have a MLM like part of their business, which people are not into. And I just, look, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. So does the Body Shop, but every time I mention that, people tell me off. Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I do really like this. The color I have is 120, which is a like pretty spot on match for me. The only problem is my skin fluctuates throughout the year. You know, I go from normal to very dry, and I can't wear this when my skin is even slightly dry. I can only wear it when my skin's normal. And I kind of just want to have things in my stash that I can use year round. And this is unfortunately not one of them. However, I still really like the formula. I love the way it looks on the skin. It doesn't have like really heavy coverage, which I like. So yeah, I did like it, but I would not buy that one again. From Tusawong, I have the Repair Sleeping Hair Pack. So this is, you can use it as like a pre-wash treatment. So you can put it in your hair before you shower, and then, you know, wash it out, and it helps to soften and smooth the hair and all that jazz. or you can use it as a leave-in product, but in a very small amount. I used it as a pre-wash treatment and I like it. It's nice. It definitely works when you like jump in the shower and start to rinse it out and shampoo your hair. It feels great. I don't know if I would buy it again. I would probably just use Olaplex because, you know, bleached hair. But in saying that, it is a good product. I can't really see myself buying it again because my current situation does not warrant it. Okay, here's something I have been working on and I'm very proud of. Fourth Ray face milks. I have 4 of them. I've got coconut, avocado. There is, I think this one's papaya. Yep, papaya and rose. I didn't use these on my face. I use them on my feet as moisturizers and I enjoyed them for that purpose. I would not buy them for that purpose, but I had them kicking around. I was like, I'm never going to use them for anything else. So just use them as little foot creams and, you know, they're tiny and they sit in my bedside drawer and they're handy to grab when I need them. So yeah, there's that. I think I have one of the full size left and one mini left, which I'm working on, I think. Or I only have the full size. I don't know, but my goal was to work on these and get them all out of my stash before the end of the year, and I'm kicking goals so far. This here is a Dear Packer Jeju Flower Sheet Mask. I don't actually remember what I thought of this, so that's, you know, sometimes that's just the way things are. I don't remember, which means they were not memorable. I had some lashes here from a brand called Makeup Elysium. I can't remember what these were. They don't have the shade name on them. Not shade, design, style. But they are black lashes. They're a full bar lash with a little pink accent on the end. And I still have them. And I keep them and use them every now and then when I want a hint of colour. And I quite like them. I don't know if they still make, like if they're still in business though. So there's that. Nude, Multi-Molecular Hyaluronic Complex. This is just one of their like deluxe minis. I've used this in the past. I like it. It's fine. I would say, being perfectly honest, it's expensive for a hyaluronic acid. Basically, you can get complex hyaluronic acids for a much more affordable price, so I would say that. But also, if you're bougie and you just want to buy the Nude stuff, yes, this is a good one. I don't like the way it smells though. There's that. I feel like it smells like deli meat, ham, kind of. This is a vanilla fragrance oil which was made by a friend. Is that lipstick on my hand? How did that get there? Oh, I'm concerned. So a friend made a couple of these for me. I finished one by using it as a fragrance oil and I put this one in my project pan, but I was kind of struggling with it and someone suggested that I put it in like a body moisturizer or something like that to fragrance the body moisturizer. And I put it in my gradual tanner. I put the whole bottle in because I put in probably a third of the bottle to start and I couldn't notice the fragrance, and then I put in another third and then I was like, well, screw it, I'm putting it all in. So it's all in there, and the gradual tanner now still smells like the gradual tanner but also has a slight scent of vanilla oil. So there we go, it'll get used eventually. I have the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Vanilla Kiss. This particular color for me makes a really good like priming eye base. I definitely enjoyed it, but I tend to have dry skin on my eyelid, which like I can't tell that it's dry until I put this or some other product over the top. This sort of enhanced the dryness there, or it brought it to my attention, essentially. I probably wouldn't go out and buy one, but if I ended up with one, I would probably use it because it is a very good product. And if you're looking for something that's like a primer in a stick, I would recommend it, especially if you don't have to worry about dryness. Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. This is in the shade 2. I really like these, but I do think that they are expensive for what they are. So, you know, I would look for a cheaper alternative personally if I was going to buy something. From Babia, I have the Last Pen eyeliner in the shade 05. This, you know, oh, look at that. It's breaking. It's breaking. There we go. I talked about it in my project pan. It's just, you know, it's just getting dry and I can't do a full wing. So it's done. Okay, the rest is minis and little single-use things and samples. So let's get into them. Lancome Advanced Genifique Sensitive Serum. This was fine, but, you know, nothing special. I think I got about 2 uses out of it. Not something I would buy. I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer here. I don't really like this. It's a, like, silicone base kind of pore filling type primer, and they are my least favorite type of primer. Primer is also one of those products that I just don't really use. So not something I would buy again, but I do love the scent. I have the Natural Earth Manuka Honey Shampoo Mini here. It was fine, but, you know, nothing special. It's not going to take over my favorite Davines. Speaking of Davines, I have 2 of the Oi serum vials here. So I have the Oi Lotion and the Oi Color Gloss. So the Color Gloss is one that you put in your hair after you've washed it, and then you know, put it in while it's damp and then style as usual. And the Absolute Hydration vial you put in the shower. So shampoo your hair. I mix it in with my conditioner and then pop it in and rinse it out. The hydration one is my favorite, and the Color Gloss, it's like, you know, it's fine, but I could totally live without it. Juice Beauty, this is the Prebiotics Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. It was, you know, nothing special. The Body Shop Oils of Life Sleeping Cream. I used this where my skin was a bit sensitive and it kind of burnt my skin a little bit, or like felt like it was burning my skin. So like I wouldn't buy it anyway, but I didn't really love it. I have used it in the past and I quite enjoyed it. It's a very nourishing moisturizer, so good if you've got dry skin, but maybe not so good if you're a bit sensitive as well. I have the Phyto Replenish Oil from Dermalogica. This is nice, but again, it's one of those things that's like quite expensive, and I can't say that I really saw any difference in using this as opposed to a cheaper alternative oil. I was gonna say, for example, the Rosehip Antioxidant Plus from Trilogy, but this is pretty pricey as well. So, you know, there's that. Although the Rosehip oil I really enjoy, and I've used countless bottles of it. From Glyco, I have the Hydra C Treatment Mist and the Cellular Defense Day Cream. I like both of those products, but Glyco has shut down, unfortunately. Dr. Botanicals Moroccan Rose Superfood Facial Oil. I didn't like this. It's weird. It foams up. Why? Why does it foam up? Like, what has it got in it that does that? Like, it's not a straight oil, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't buy it again. I wouldn't even use it if I ended up with another sample. I ended up using this on my body just to finish it up. I have more things from Glyco, or one? Yes, one. I have the Skin Brilliance Exfoliating Liquid, which is their liquid exfoliator. I really like that product as well. From Sum 37, I have the Time Energy Skin Resetting Repairing Serum. I don't actually remember using that, so that tells you a lot. The Nature Republic Aqua Watery Emulsion. This is a light moisturizer, good if you have normal or even oily skin. the Face Shop. This is a revitalizing emulsion. I loved this. This is so nice if you have dry skin. Oh yes, beautiful. I would consider buying that in the future. Ole Henriksen, whatever. Banana Bright eye cream. I don't like this stuff. It does nothing. It just does nothing. Waste of my time, and deposits like a weird yellow hue around my eyes, which makes me look jaundiced when I'm not wearing makeup, but is absolutely undetectable if I am wearing makeup. So what's the point? You don't even hydrate my eyes. Terrible. Omrovixa. This is a cleansing foam. This is fine, but again, you know, pricey, bougie. Didn't really feel like too much of a special experience for me, which can sometimes be the thing that makes me buy an expensive item. I wouldn't buy this again because I just didn't feel like it was, you know, or I wouldn't buy it in a full size because I didn't feel that it was really worth it. I have 2 of the Flabois mint bombs, which are like hair conditioning treatments, and I really like these. I prefer the milk ones, just saying. I like the scent of them better. The mint ones really don't smell like mint, so I don't know why they're called a mint bomb. I'm pretty sure I have 1 of these left, and then I just have the milk bombs. So my goal is to like finish up my mint ones before I get into my milk ones, essentially. And last, and I mean, maybe not least, but also maybe least, I have my sachet samples. Goldfaden MD Bright Eyes Dark Circle Radiance Concentrate. This was a decent sized sample, but I don't know, I didn't love it. It was quite a thick cream. It didn't cause milia though, so that's a tick. But also I don't really feel like it did much of anything, so I'm, you know, not really interested in buying it in a full size. I have 3 of the Laneige Moisture Essence. These are fine, but also nothing exciting. I use them as like a serum step. The Black Snail Collagen Cream from Coxia, I don't know. I don't remember this, so that tells you that. IOP, this is the, something super rich. I don't know. It was a moisturizer. I think it was nice. I can't recall. I also have the Pyeongchang Yul system, which consisted of a toner, a moisturizer, and a serum. It was nice, but again, it was only single use, so the usage of it was minimal, but the experience was pleasurable enough for me to not say it was bad. And last, I have the Mamonde Moisture Ceramide Intense Cream. These were nothing special and certainly not intense. So that is it for my what's going to be February and March empties. I am very glad to have whittled down my samples a little bit, working through those candles and those big bulky items, and you know, tackling stuff that has been on my to pan list for a long time. I feel like I'm making pretty good progress this year so far, and I hope to continue to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave your comments down below. Give it a thumbs up if you want. Subscribe if you want to see more and you're not already. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.